Hey Bruno, welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
To kick us off, the Amazon Vendor Central interface. From everything you've seen, what are the biggest challenges in your mind?
Kind of like a maze. If you don't have the knowledge, if you didn't get the proper training, if you don't even know simple things like going to the web interface and process a PO, that wouldn't be even a biggest challenge because the self-service, it's kind of very intuitive, but what if you need to update it after? So each one of those tasks have a specific part on the web interface.
There's 3 competences, 3 pillars in order to establish a really successful relationship with Amazon. Why do you think that is key to success? First of all, what are they and why do you feel that way?
Well, sometimes companies don't pay too much attention when they start supplying Vendor Central. They focus on profitability, how can I increase my volume, brand awareness, but then they don't spend that much time looking inside the organization. And from my experience, I've noticed that every single aspect requirement to supplying Amazon Vendor Central will fall under one of these 3 pillars: sales, logistics, and finance. And there's no task that will fall outside of this. And when you have that vision, if you can see it that way, that's what will allow you to create that cross-functional team. What I found out is that if you align these 3 pillars, that will be a strong basis for your performance success. Amazon performance is measured with a lot of detail. Success will come. It might take some time for the team to interact with it. That's why I believe that strong processes internally are very important for that.
Can you tell me a little bit more about particularly SOPs, standard operating procedures? These can be very detailed, but at a high level, what does good look like? What should they include?
Well, a standard operating process, Paul, will basically define the ways of working of the cross-functional team. It needs to have an holistic overview of everything. So those SOPs basically will create the ground rules for the team to communicate. Those are a huge part for the success of the cross-functional team. It keeps them not isolated from each other, keeping the bridges between all the team, and the main point of contact from sales, of course, will overview everything.
How formulated are these SOPs?
All of the companies that are invited to supply Amazon Vendor Central already have a business setup. So they have different clients in different channels, wholesale, retail. And I've seen a lot of companies to engage with the same SOPs. Yes, they do have the SOPs internally, but they consider that those SOPs will adjust to Amazon Vendor Central. And it's not exactly like that. You need to define specific SOP for Amazon Vendor Central. Amazon requirements are different from a retail customer, even if you think about an e-commerce. So if on one side you have the SOPs defined that will include the cross-functional processes, all the tools that you need, the responsibilities, what's each person supposed to do, what is my role in this cross-functional team. So the SOPs will define all of that.
When does it make sense to actually hire a dedicated account manager just for the Amazon vendor channel? When is a good time to make that investment?
Each company is already set up. I'm sure that within your sales team, you will have someone. The skills that you need to search for someone to be the main point of contact on Amazon Vendor Central needs to have some soft skills, some hard skills, the usual one, but needs to be someone that loves a good challenge. Love something that will always change, needs to be very efficient how he goes with the Amazon Vendor Central changes. Amazon keeps updating even the web interface. I would suggest that look inside on your teams. Maybe there's someone there from sales that you can invest, that you can train. It's not necessary to have a background on online or e-commerce or even Amazon Vendor Central. We can train it from a pure retail experience to come here on board to Vendor Central, train on the web interface. I will suggest to start like this, and then as you gain momentum, as you grow the account or the accounts in several countries, then you can think and say, okay, this is taking too much time from my accounting person. I need to hire someone to dedicate full time to Amazon. But to start, Paul, I'm sure that a lot of companies just need to look inside and train the teams properly.
What does a good account manager look like? What does he do? Characteristics.
Amazon Vendor Manager help you to start to set up your listing. They can advise how to run marketing campaigns, all of that. Marketing skills, to know how to advise and where to go to invest in PPC, how to keep the Amazon net PPM to have all of those. It needs to be multitasking. He needs to be aware that his job is to build a relationship with Amazon too. Of course, you will be in contact with his vendor manager. You will be responsible for the negotiation, to know how to build a report. So to have some data skill, to be efficient in Excel. You will also be responsible to grow the account, for the profitability of the account. So you will be managing the sales side of Amazon Vendor Central. It's very important that that person is also aware and has some soft skills like teamwork, how to guide people. You need to have that capability to get people on board, to bring them with you in the journey, to not just set up the rules, the SOPs, but also explain them. A lot of different sides of the Amazon Vendor Central that he needs to take care as the sales main point of contact, and then additional to that, all the responsibility to take care of the communication between the team, to make sure that the SOPs are being followed.
What's the best way to get in touch?
Well, they can get in touch through my email. It's bruno@blue.ecommerce.com. The web page for the company, blue.ecommerce.com. You will also see the info email there. So just be in touch, drop me an email. It's not just for companies that are starting with Amazon. I can also help companies that are well established supplying Vendor Central, and we can review internally. If you lose track with Amazon, you're basically losing money. Don't lose trace of it.